Hello, this is Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. For this week's reading, I'm going to be using the Elemental Wisdom Tarot by Taroteca Studios. So if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post these videos every week, and if you're a frequent viewer, welcome back. I'm going to be doing a general reading, kind of an overview of the week ahead and just some of the opportunities, energies, themes of the upcoming week. So let's dive in. For the first card, this is the beginning of the week, so Monday, Tuesday-ish, and we have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a very passionate man. He's a passionate character in the tarot, and he loves adventure, and he loves to have this sense of adventure, the idea of not necessarily conquering something, but going out and exploring some sort of new realm. And he is quite determined, and he loves like a change of scenery and kind of to throw himself into unfamiliar territories, new experiences. This is all, part of the realm of the Knight of Wands. So the beginning of the week, throwing yourself into an unfamiliar territory or an unfamiliar experience might be the oomph that you need to boost your energy. And that energy, if you're able to boost your energy that way, it's going to kind of carry you through the week. This is what's going to give you new inspiration, new ideas, new energy, is kind of stepping into a new world, stepping into an unfamiliar territory, getting out of your comfort zone. I mean, the Knight of Wands, he's so good at getting out of his comfort zone. Like, I would say he doesn't even really have a comfort zone. And he really is not afraid of a challenge. He's not afraid of, being in an unfamiliar realm. That is kind of that's what feeds him. That's what excites him. Okay. Also, I want to say Knight of Wands is all about taking action on something. So the beginning of the week is a great time to take action, to start something, to take that first step. There's times where you need to be more reflective and focus inward. And then there's times where you need to be more action-oriented. And the beginning of this week is one of those times, taking action. And taking, I want to say, inspired action. That's the key with the Knight of Wands. It's not enough to just take action on something. You want to take action towards the things that inspire you. So there's a big difference between like inspired action or just taking action. For example, like if you have a goal that is like kind of boring, like today on my to-do list, I'm going to prep a bunch of meal bowls for the week. And I'm going to take action by doing it. It's not really inspired action. It's like just a chore. But there's something that I'm excited about doing this weekend. So writing a short story. So taking action on that is going to feel more inspiring. Okay, the Sun. So the Sun is a major arcana card. It's the most positive card in the tarot. And it has this radiant, outward focused, extroverted energy. Very, very similar to the Knight of Wands, actually. But what's really unique and beautiful about the Sun is that this is a very childlike card. It's very playful. There's an innocence to it. And when the Sun shows up in a reading, and here it's like right in the middle of the reading, so it's kind of like casting this like beautiful radiant glow on the other cards. When a card shows up, when the Sun shows up in a reading, it's often an invitation to be more playful and a little more like innocent and childlike in your approach to things. And sometimes when we look at a situation, if we're able to look at something with kind of a fresh set of eyes, seeing something as like a child would see it, it gives us a different perspective. And this is how we can get new ideas for things and inspiration for things. So that's the first thing I get with the Sun. The sun, like I said, it's an extroverted card. So I think midweek, this is a time to lean into your more extroverted side for sure. So like if there's something on your mind or something in your heart, sharing it, talking about it with others, reaching out to others. And then the other question that comes to mind here with the sun is, how can you be a little more playful this week? What might that look like for you? And how can you lean into your positive, sunshiny side? So this is the part of you that's optimistic, that sees the glass half full. How can you take action, do things, see situations from that place this week? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune for our last card. Now the Wheel of Fortune, this is an interesting card. And the wheel is about change. It's about the turning of the clocks, the turning of the world, the turning of the seasons. Everything is always changing. And here we have a snake at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, which is a really good symbol here because the snake sheds its skin. So snakes are this like symbol of eternity, or think of like the I will say it wrong. Ouroboros, the snake biting its own tail. It's this kind of infinity symbol. And so things are always going around and around and around and changing, and there's ups and downs. There's times in your life where you're going to feel excited and energized and excited about stuff. And then times where you feel the exact opposite. There's busy times, there's slow times, there's times to go inward, there's times to direct your energy outward. Stuff is always changing. People are always changing. Situations are changing. The world is changing. Nothing stays the same forever. And that can be both a stressful realization and also a relief. What I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune is the need for centering. I am so drawn to this star in the center. And it's funny because it's not super obvious. Like you might be drawn to something else on this card, but I'm drawn to the center. Now we have all these bubbles. We have bubbles here, little circle here. These are like little vignettes. These are like little, events, people, places, times. But my attention is drawn to the center. And the message with this card is, at the end of the week, it's important to take some time to center yourself. Center your energy. When you are not centered, and I feel like I'm not centered right now in my life at all. So I'm going to take my own advice for a change with this card. I'm going to focus on getting centered. So when you're not centered, when you're out here in the edge of the wheel, as the wheel turns, you get pulled along with it, up and down, around and around. And this is thrilling because life will feel exciting. It will feel like a roller coaster, and you can get addicted to that thrill, the adrenaline rush of the excitement of life and turbulent emotions and all of that. It can feel very exciting. It's very ungrounding, but it can be exciting. And it's fine to reside there for a little bit to get your thrills, but then you want to return to the center to integrate those experiences. If you don't return to the center, your life will be a disaster, basically, and you'll be an emotional basket case. So you need to return to the center at some point. I almost wonder if life is like that. Like we incarnate, we have these crazy lives, and then we pass away, we go back to source, and we integrate our lifetime and have a breather and make sense of things. But this is what we want to focus on this weekend, is getting centered. So what does that mean for you? How do you center your energy? How do you center yourself? Is it through meditation or breath work or journaling or going out into nature, or maybe turning off all your screens, taking a break from screens, taking a break from certain people? Whatever method you come up with, good luck. Good luck getting centered this weekend. Well, you're probably watching this. You might watch this video on the weekend, so it's next weekend. Okay, so let's look at all the cards here. I'm just going to see if anything else jumps out at me. I'm noticing like the snake in the Wheel of Fortune and then this red ribbon through the sun. It's like this thread of connection. I don't know what it means, but I'm just noticing it. And I'm just noticing the difference between the determination and almost seriousness. I don't think of the Knight of Wands as necessarily being a serious character, but he looks very intense here. This intensity of the Knight of Wands, and then look at the face of the baby in the sun. Like, it's just like more relaxed and like full of wonder and curiosity. So there is this shift from intensity to wonder, from seriousness and focused attention to just being open and letting things flow. Okay, so I'm going to close the reading here. I want to say thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what card you're most drawn to. Which card are you most excited about this week? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got lots of really fun tarot learning resources on my website for you to check out. So I'll put the link below. So thanks again for watching, and have a really good week.